Live look right now at Little Sugar Creek Greenway in Charlotte, one of really many rivers rising over its bank with all this rain lately. And up the mountains, cars already covered with a layer of ice and some snow, and more freezing rain and winds. They're on the way.
We have live team coverage with everything you need to know from Rock Hill to Boone and everywhere in between.
Several watches and warnings in effect right now for our mountain counties. There is actually a winter storm warning. And here in Charlotte, there's a flood watch because of all the rain we're having. The worst of the weather hitting right now during the morning commute.
Rachel Roller standing by for a check of the roads. But first, let's get over to Larry Sprinkle for the latest on this forecast. And Larry, the bulk of this rain is going to happen during this morning commute. Absolutely.
Yeah, the worst time it could happen. This is our live camera up there in downtown Blowing Rock. You can see it is overcast. We got some rain, some sleet, and a little snow mixing in with that. Downtown Rock Hill, you can see the rain continues to fall down there. The pavement is wet. We scan the skies. A little interesting situation right here on Doppler radar. Now, this beam shoots a couple thousand feet up in the air. There may be up a couple thousand feet, maybe some snow showers just between Gastonia and Clover. Obviously not causing a problem, but, you know, we can get those situations to occur with the weather scenario that we're the setup that we're in right now. Heavier rainfall south of us, but that is all tracking our direction. You see west of Columbia, that's moving towards the Charlotte metro area, so rain heavy at times. You get to the North Carolina mountains, rain and sleet and snow mixed in, kind of an icy mess up there in the North Carolina mountains. And on our streets locally, it's really messy out there, causing a lot of problems on the streets this morning. For an update on that, here's Rachel Roller.
That's right, Larry. Most of our DOT cameras look like this one. Rain on the lens of that camera and just a lot of traffic out there. So take a look. You can see all the issues spread out really across our area. But as promised, I want to show you the drive times. If you're heading out from Rock Hill in the next few minutes or so and heading on 77 northbound trying to get to Uptown, look at this good and somewhat shocking news. You are up to speed, just 23 minutes there. Now, out of Gastonia, same deal. No delays to 485. You might hit some delays over 485 once you get past there. Typical delays out of Monroe. Carolyn?
Rachel, thanks so much. Drivers in the mountains have to be very careful out on the roads today. Really, that's advice for anybody. Just everybody be very careful. You're taking a live look right now at the town of Blowing Rock. Some spots seeing rain, others seeing ice, even snow at this point.
NBC Charlotte meteorologist Chris Mulcahy, just north of there in Boone. He joins us now live. And Chris, I know you for hours now have been seeing some ice out there.
Seeing some ice, but the good news is where I'm standing, not so much. And I scraped this car a little bit earlier in the day, but you still have ice on the door handles and then also ice that is on this top rack here. But one thing that's really interesting, one evolution, we're starting to see more ice on the power lines, and it's a difference of a couple degrees. So where I'm at right now, it's 32 degrees to 33. The ground about 33 to 34. That's why we're not seeing a freeze here. A couple weeks from now, that could be a completely different story. And then just listen to this. That was just pure ice that's coated all these trees. We're talking about a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch of ice. In Black Mountain, Sugar Mountain, we have reports of a 1/4 inch of ice. Even in the mountainous areas of Burke County, we have ice coating stairwells down the higher elevations. I'm gonna try to climb up here. So we're a little slippery here, and you can just see this tree as we zoom out. It's gorgeous, but the ground, the dirt, I'm slipping on it and can even slide down here. So the good news for us, the roads, not so much. However, this is a cause of concern overnight tonight. As temperatures dive down below freezing, this could refreeze, and we do have a chance for an inch of snow here in Boone, Watauga County, Avery, and Ashe County. I'm meteorologist Chris Mulcahy reporting from Boone.
Yeah, and seeing the power lines coated with that thin layer of ice makes you nervous. All right, yeah, Chris, thank you, sir. Meanwhile, here in the Charlotte area, we are not seeing any ice, we're not seeing any snow, but we are seeing a lot of rain.
We've been dealing with the wet weather, as you know, all week long, and that is causing some problems in areas that tend to flood. NBC Charlotte's Ariel Placencia is live at one of those areas right now, Freedom Park at Little Sugar Creek Greenway. And Ariel, it really isn't little anymore.
When it comes to water, the water is very high, and I want to show you. So we were live here about an hour ago. We set our camera right here. This is where we were standing. Take a look at how far the water has gone up this path. Right now at its deepest, it's above my ankles. We take 5 steps and that's when we finally get to dry land. So this water is rising very quickly. It's also moving very quickly. Take a listen. I want to show you these fast moving rapids over here. Take a listen. And here's the thing, this is so loud that as soon as you pull into the parking lot for Freedom Park, you can hear this. So this is similar to sort of what we see in the western part of the state, those beautiful waterfalls, but we have it right here in Little Sugar Creek Greenway. So this water moving very quickly, and obviously it also has the potential to come up much higher. We've seen so much rain this week already, and you see the debris on these banisters. It's already been up very high. So this path obviously closed to the public. I will say I have seen a few runners here at the park, those brave people, but they've stayed on the dry land, obviously not down here at the tunnel. So just keep this in mind. This just gives you an idea of how much water is on our grounds here in Charlotte. So keep that in mind when it comes to trees and those root systems. So stay here with NBC Charlotte, because we'll keep you posted on road closures or if any trees fall. We're your heart and soul this morning for this weather coverage. We're live from NBC Charlotte. I'm Ariel Placencia. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Ariel, thanks. And as Ariel mentioned, we are going to continue to track the conditions here in our area all morning long for you and throughout the day. Do not forget, you can get up-to-the-minute forecasts anytime you need them. Just go online, WCNC.com.
All right, now to some